Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If there already wasn't enough reasons to become a member, I was just about to go to bed, and everyone in the members only Discord was talking about different things, and French Fries suggested, we're bored, we need a late night stream. So, you know what I said? I'm going to jump on the stream for a little while. So, what's going on, guys? What's going on, French Fries? You're already in here the second I scheduled it. What's up, Fast? Hope you're doing well. And it seems like a few others are here too already, and I've tried to do these other streams at random times because there's people who live in California, like Fight Life Nation, where it's only 7:20 a.m. or 7:20 p.m., not a.m. right now. So I try to do these different streams at different times and see who ends up joining. We get different people each time. What's going on, Fight Life Nation? I got peer pressured, my friend. Nah, I saw it. I was on my computer actually. I was checking something and I get notifications. If you guys ever really want to get a hold of me on Discord, I check it every day, obviously multiple times a day, but only notifications I have on if you tag me. So if it's something really interesting or something you really want to get my attention, just tag me in it, and that way I'll get the notification. And French Fries tagged me. It popped up on my computer right before I was about to close the screen, and boom, now I'm on the stream. What's up, Sean Johnson? I appreciate you very much. What's up, Homework? I appreciate the enthusiasm with the oh my god right there. Fight Life, I appreciate the Fabia emojis you're throwing in there. Ion Kutalaba versus Ryan Spann off UFC Fight Night 202 on February 26th, and the card was already trashed. Dang. We were just talking about that fight card the other day, too. That sucks. That was a fun fight. Sean O'Malley t-shirt. Let's see what they got on Sean O'Malley t-shirts. Well, what website do I go to? Let me go. We're doing a random stream. This will probably be a members only stream after the fact. But let me know what website I go to fast, and I'll look up how much his t-shirts cost. And maybe I'll wear one for the channel. It's 9:20 there. So Sean, I'm glad I caught you at a good time. Joey, okay, I read that. Should the UFC do an unlimited weight class? I don't know, man. I doubt there'd be enough elite talent. There's not enough talent for, heavyweight as it is. Niles Rodriguez, Joe, had to stop by but can't stay long. I'm at band practice. Glad to see you're still doing these live streams. Hope all is well. Thank you, Niles, man. I appreciate the support. I'll be live on Saturday. Come watch Sean Strickland versus Jack Hermansson with me. I appreciate you guys always joining me for these fight night cards. It makes the cards more interesting. Let me fix this microphone. I hate having this cord kind of dangle down a little bit. I don't like the way that looked. I'll do some research because if there's a funny shirt, let's see what he's got. Does he got a 15-0 or 15-0 t-shirt? I know he's got to have a website, right? I know he's got to have a t-shirt. The Sugar Shop. Let's see what he's got. Let's see the tees. He's got like a pink, purple, and blue tie-dye for $35. He's got one that says the unranked champ. I wish he had one with a picture of him getting carded out. Hey, somebody should buy me this Sugar Polo. It's a polo with a logo that says the Sugar Show right here. If somebody wants to buy it for me for $40, I'll wear it on the channel. I will wear it on the channel. He's got a couple, and still. What does that even mean? I guess still undefeated. See, that's why I think Sean's trolling a bit. He has a shirt that says Sugar Show Can Crusher. Please, guys. That one's $30. Let me see. That is $30. You guys, let's see if there's. I wonder if there's shipping here. Available in order. Who would do that? Yeah, there's a Sugar Show one that says Can Crusher on it. Crushing cans since 1984. I'm done. I am done. Well, if we can band together enough donations, I'll order it myself. And I'll order one of these Sean O'Malley shirts and start wearing it, every so often on the channel. I'll do some research about your most recent video, Joey. I agree with you. I think most people are excited for the story and the lead up to the press conference and stuff like that than the actual fight itself. Thank you, Homework, man. I know we disagree sometimes, but I'm glad you agree with me on that one. Heavyweight in the UFC is super thin. It's hard to get heavyweight athletes to fight and not play football. Agreed. Yep. It's just they're going to look in the sports that make more money. I'll be there, going to watch the prelims while I work from home. Awesome Knowles, appreciate you very much. If the UFC had weight classes 145, 155, 165, 175, would Khabib have been double champion? I'll say no. I'll say no. Hey Joey, I liked your recent video. I think you're right. We have just been spoiled. That was another. See, I throw out all the possible scenarios. I throw out all the possible scenarios. I know how good UFC 267, 268, and 269 were. So I think it could be one of those things, where we just got a little bit too spoiled. So, but honestly, the card needs to be a little bit better. Linktree says undefeated UFC fighter. Okay, that's hilarious. Let's see what else has he got. I kind of like the tie-dye shirt. He's got a weed robe on here for $130. That's unreal. Who would buy that? I wouldn't even buy that if you guys paid for it. He's got socks, the KO King. I like how he leans into the Can Crusher stuff, because he is a Can Crusher. I want one of the polos, the Sugar Show polos. Imagine I start wearing that on the stream. Imagine I start wearing the jerseys, the sleeveless shirts. Let's see. Linktree. Do you watch the Nelk Boy videos, and how do you feel about their UFC ties? I've watched some of the. I don't really watch their videos like too much. I've seen some of their videos like years ago, and I've watched some of their recent videos with like Dana. I've watched some of that. I watched like half of the Habib one. But to be honest, like I know a lot of people, men under 30 enjoy their videos, but for me it's not really for me, to be honest. I understand, I understand why the UFC is using them, as well as their connections to the UFC. They're looking for the same target audience, people statistically, people who watch MMA and watch the UFC are, males under 35. And I'm pretty sure statistically, I don't know this to be a fact, but I'm pretty sure statistically men or the demographic, the target demographic for the Nelk Boys is men under the age of 35. So their audience kind of crossed each other. So Dana is using them to promote his company, as well as they are using Dana to promote their company. So and they've gotten pretty big. So it's one of those things. I remember seeing their videos years ago, but I'm not, me personally, I'm not a big fan. You guys will have to let me know in the chat. Are you a big fan of them? It's not for me, really. I feel like the most people who watch that are like teenage boys. No offense to anyone who does watch it. But I have seen some of their prank videos that are funny. Let's see. But let me know how you feel, at least, Sean. I'm curious how you feel. I think from UFC 266 to UFC 269 was the best stretch of pay-per-view cards I've ever seen. Agreed 100%. And I believe I said this around the time. I believe we're living in a golden age of MMA. I just think whether it's the timing, whether it's the UFC being cheap or what, I think that, these cards that are coming up, they have great fights on them, but they're not the level of quality that we've come accustomed to. I wonder what will be on 275, and it will be stacked. It better be stacked. It better be stacked. Other than the Chimaev, I am keeping an eye out for Shavkat, but I wouldn't be surprised if Carlston wins. He's good. He's good too. He beat one of Khabib's friends who was on a long win streak. Yeah, I think he can win. He's got heavy hands. I think Shavkat's just much better. I watched a lot of their recent fights, as many as I can find, and I think Shavkat is just too technical, compared to Carlston Harris. But Carlston Harris, if he does win, he lands one of those bombs and knocks him out, because he does have heavy power in his hands. I think it's too early to tell for both guys where their career trajectory is going to go. But I think Shavkat beats him, and I'm fairly confident in that. But again, I do say that this guy, Shavkat does have a weakness of letting guys control him up against the fence. And Carlston Harris is really good at controlling guys against the fence. I don't think he KOs him, though. I do not think he KOs him. Alex Oliveira has good power as well. I think, okay, why are they holding up the announcement of Chimaev versus Burns? It has to be contract negotiations. That is the only fight possible. That's the only one left. So unless Chimaev is sitting out till fall or winter, that's the only fight that's left. So it has to be contract negotiations with Chimaev or Burns. And my guess, if I had to guess, it's probably Chimaev, because Chimaev knows probably what he's worth, and he's probably trying to get a better deal. I know he's recently switched management teams. So if I had to guess, Chimaev is working out contract issues. Dana is not putting that out public, because Chimaev hasn't put it out public. Just guessing, could be completely wrong again, but that's what I would guess, and they're not trying to get into a public squabble. That's the first time I've used that word on the channel. So I wonder what will be on 275 if it will be stacked. It has to be. It's the no. It doesn't have to be. That's the June card. July card has to be stacked. So 276 will be. I hope 275 is stacked, though. Bro, you think Colby got kicked out of the gym to really sell it? It could be one of those things where they could still be friends, but they both want to win the fight. I'll tell you that much. So it could be one of those things where they're friends, but they decide to go train elsewhere. We've heard of that before. You know, we've heard of teammates in the same gym fighting each other and then like kind of breaking off into separate groups and training elsewhere. You know, or it could be just one of those things. It was time for Colby to move on, and he wanted to move on, and it wasn't just the beef that caused it, you know? Hey, Joe, do you think I'm crazy saying Vargas beats Patty? I generally think he will win. I don't know. I have to do more research on that fight. I don't remember Vargas's recent fights. So I'll get back to you on that one. But I doubt it's crazy. I doubt that it's crazy. I know it's a week away, but can we talk about how bad Whitaker looked in the first fight versus Izzy? It's like one fight he forgot who he was. Without giving a prediction, do you think he'll be better? He will definitely be better. I'll be working on my prediction video very, very soon on that. That's a video I can't wait to get out. I think it's winnable. Usually I would tell you guys, oh, I'm definitely leaning this way. I'm definitely leaning that way. I think it's still plausible that I pick Robert Whitaker. I want to do some analysis. I want to watch some recent Whitaker fights. I want to watch some recent Adesanya fights. That's why I don't put out full card predictions. I just don't have enough time to analyze all these matchups and give you guys something I really believe in. Anybody can go out there and say, this guy's got more power. This guy's better in the clinch. He's going to win. I like to really believe what I'm telling you. You know, I don't like to just kind of, I halfway remember this fight, halfway remember that. But I think Whitaker will be better. And I think in that first fight, we saw a Robert Whitaker that watched Kelvin Gastelum versus Israel Adesanya. He saw that Kelvin Gastelum had success just waiting forward and throwing big shots and landing. And he thought, well, if I do that, I will sleep him. And he tried to do it, and he got KO'd twice. If you don't remember, he got uppercut KO'd at the end of the first round, saved by the bell, and then obviously got slept with that left hand. I think Whitaker will come in with a much better game plan. Whether he pulls it off or not, that's yet to remain to be seen. But I think this fight will be much more competitive than the first fight. I think Whitaker came in with a bad game plan, and when he started getting countered and losing, I don't think he adjusted his game plan mid-fight. He just continued to do what he was doing, and it was not helping him at all. So it's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's, he got slept. He has a chance to redeem himself. He's fought 3 times since then. And I think we'll get a much more competitive fight. One thing I did want to pull up. Hold on one second. Hold on, never mind. Let me leave that. Colby just switched up on George once he wasn't getting the praise he deserved, and George was the star. When they were besties, George was a lightweight. Okay. We were thinking about doing a live watch of the first fight in the Discord. Yeah, we're definitely going to do it. It's only 2 rounds. We can definitely do that. Maybe we'll do it on Saturday. We'll coordinate in the Discord. I first seen their videos in college. I'm not a die-hard fan, but they make entertaining content sometimes. I never have thought they would be close with Dana and be promoted by the UFC. You understand why they are, though, right? Because they're looking at the same key demographic. It's the young males. Not that I'm an old man. I sound like I'm talking about, you young whippersnappers. But you get my point. They're looking at the same key audience, which is men under the age of 35. Shavkat has a super suspect chin and cardio, and get saved versus a bum with no cardio. If Harris has him like that, it's over. He will gas. Okay. When are you guys thinking of doing it? We'll do it this weekend. We'll coordinate it where we can all watch it. Shavkat versus Harris is the fight I'm looking forward to this weekend. Yeah, that's my second favorite fight on the card. Would Khamzat versus Vettori make sense? No, it would not. Vettori's nowhere close to a title shot, and Vettori's too tough of a matchup for Khamzat. Why risk it when if Vettori wins, he's not doing anything anyway? Honestly, I don't even blame if that's the case. Khamzat value is def way more than he's getting paid right now. Agreed 100%. Do you think Colby can make 155? Maybe. Thoughts on Dan Hooker versus Arnold Allen at 145? To be honest, that's a good fight. I'm picking Arnold Allen. I'm not a big believer in Dan Hooker. We talked about him the other day. I'm not a big believer. Bro, no dog George and Dustin were being babies and got Colby a warning from the owner, which had led to Colby leaving. Okay. Okay, that's fine by me. I'm not sure, but I don't buy half of it. I think it's to sell a fight, but, it could be. Could be. Either way, I'm excited for the fight. I think it's a fun stylistic matchup. But for me, I'm more interested in the clash of styles. I didn't even take a drink. I bought this water and didn't take a drink because I'm too busy ranting about that. Guys, keep filling the chat with questions, as many questions as you possibly can come up with. I want to talk about UFC Vegas 47. Obviously, we're talking about Covington Masvidal right now. We can also talk about Sean O'Malley and the fact that he was stretchered out of the cage with no serious injury after having his legs kicked off and being flash KO'd with ground and pound by Marlon Vera at UFC 252, DC versus Miocic. We can also talk about that, so feel free to ask about that. All right, now let me take my drink of water. Nathan is a soft-spoken man. Okay. All right, Joe, in your opinion, how many realistic fights can the UFC make that would be a bigger draw than Dustin versus Nate Diaz? Good question, Fight Life. And I seen you guys were talking about that, but I was busy and didn't have a chance to read through all the messages just yet. I just got time, and then I end up getting on here. Realistically, fights that are bigger than Poirier Diaz. Let's take a look at some of these fights that are possible. Tony Ferguson versus Conor McGregor. Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor. I think Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson's bigger. I think Francis Ngannou versus John Jones is bigger. Let's see. I think Kamaru Usman versus Israel Adesanya is bigger. Here's a wild card. I think Rousey versus Juliana Pena is bigger. So about six fights. And then you could really match up Conor with anyone. That's kind of a cop-out, but you could do Conor versus Dustin 4. Conor versus Max 2. But mainly it focuses around Conor and Diaz. You could also do, I think Jorge Colby's probably does better than Nate versus Dustin. Just because of the storyline. And also maybe, this is off the wall, Jorge versus Israel Adesanya. Who else could Jorge fight? Yeah, I think Khamzat versus Usman would be bigger than Diaz versus Poirier. Let's actually ask that. Let's ask that in the poll, because I'm curious, because that's debatable. Which fight is more compelling? Let's see what you guys think. Diaz versus Poirier. Usman versus Khamzat. Because for me, it's Usman versus Khamzat. My nose itching yet again. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to like the stream. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe. Also, if you want to become a member, the link is in the description. Also, here, I'll make it even easier for you. If you want to become a member, here's the link to become a member. There you go. There's the link to become a member of the channel. We have the members only Discord where we message all the time. That's the reason for this stream right now. French Fries asked for a stream in the members only Discord. I have members only live streams that you can watch live, but I save the replays for the members only. Got loyalty badges, custom emojis, and I post a bunch of behind the scenes stuff like what videos I'm working on, my MMA memorabilia. The link is in the description. Let's see what we got. I know Fight Life Nation was the last one. Where was Fight Life Nation? Okay. They will be friends one day, but they aren't at the moment. At least George hates his guts. Joey, what do you think is the most overrated coach or team? I don't know. Maybe someone else can answer that one. I'm not sure off the top of my head on that. Do they add stuff to Islam Benil card because it's very weak? I don't know, man. It's super close. I doubt it. This is why I love you, Joey. What was this about, Fast? What was that about? You have to let me know. Was that about the O'Malley comments? Jorge never wanted it, man. Honestly, followed more the interview, and Colby for years has been asking for this. This is why wasn't active. Only fought Usman because George had him wait, and George never said hi. Okay. Finally, the UFC's back on Saturday. I'm excited, Flu. I'll be streaming the main card, maybe a little bit earlier, maybe some prelims. So make sure you join me Saturday. It's already scheduled on the channel, so you can go find it on my channel. Upcoming live streams. You can click on it and set reminder. What's up, Keep Out? What's bigger, McGregor, Habib, number 1, or Ngannou, Jones? I think probably McGregor, Habib, number 1, but I think it'd be close, depending on how the UFC promoted it. I think Leon beats Usman, better striking, improved wrestling defense. I think it's possible. And the laws of averages just have to catch up with you eventually. Usman's been winning a lot. He's bound to lose eventually. They should do John Jones versus Gane. I don't want another interim heavyweight belt. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. But I don't necessarily want to see John Jones versus Gane. I want to see John Jones versus Ngannou. I don't care if we have to wait till fall. Rousey versus Pena would have been money, but I think Ronda is under contract with WWE. Also, it would be terrible if Ronda came back to fight after Amanda lost. It would be, but she could grab the title off of Pena, make a big paycheck. I wouldn't like this. I'm telling you right now, I would not like this scenario. I'm just saying from her perspective and the UFC's perspective. She comes back, she gets a big fight, she potentially grabs the belt back. That's a very winnable matchup as long as she hasn't completely regressed. And then she retires with the belt and kind of, can ride off into the sunset rather than getting her brains bashed in 2 times in a row and then leave forever. Usman versus Hamzat for me. Does Hooker have a chance to beat Allen? I think he does, but I'm picking against him. Joey, have you seen Sean Strickland's house tour? It was funny as hell. I've seen like screenshots of it and little clips of it, but not the whole thing. When you put in these new badges in here, as soon as I get them, I have not got them yet. The guy's on a totally different time thing to me. And once I approve him, he has to technically send me the actual file. When I approve it, he had just sent me an image. So it takes the watermark off the image, but he sends me the actual source files, which he hasn't done yet because he's in a totally different time zone. But my guess is I'll have them probably tonight while I'm sleeping, and then I'll be able to add them tomorrow, but they take like 24 hours to update. So they'll probably be in here by Saturday just to match up the numbers a little bit better. Strickland's Twitter is legendary, man. Okay. He won't get caught this time. He'll actually be super motivated. He was taking Diaz seriously. He wasn't taking Diaz seriously. Who are we talking about here? Should Till fight Hall? That's probably the most winnable matchup for Darren Till. Yeah, the O'Malley comment shit is gold. That's going to be, I hope that this channel continues to grow, and I hope that this channel goes on for years to come. And imagine if this channel, we have 50,000, 100,000 subscribers in, 3 or 4 years. Imagine the OGs always remembering the Sean O'Malley Stretchered jokes. I'll be able to know you're an OG if you put the Sean O'Malley Stretchered comments, in with your question. When the chat's just running wild. Undefeated since middleweight, only losses to Usman and Santiago Pons. I'm picking Strickland, man. You don't need to sell him to me. Alpha male, their elite fighters probably suck aside from Dillashaw, who was probably on steroids. Okay. The chat sometimes when I'm trying to scroll jumps down and it drives me nuts. Keep filling the chat with questions. As many possible questions. Think up as many good questions as you possibly can. I love a good question. So just fill up the chat. That's what keeps the stream going. I want this to have some good rewatchability for the members only because I'm private in this stream from the members only after this. So if you're here live, consider yourself lucky. I can't wait till we grow the member base up enough. Maybe we get a couple hundred members. And then I'm going to do a $5 tier, and I'm going to do members only streams where even live only members can join. But I'll continue to do some of these streams as well. I want to do as many as I physically can at all times. Like the unknown factor, the hype, and the excitement in the fight. Looks like everyone prefers Usman Hamzat, 71% for the most part. So not everyone, but you get my point. Faber, I thought they said 9 months. That means October. They will push it till December. They should do Jones versus Gane in the summer and then Jones for the belt in December. What happens if Jones loses to Gane? I don't think that's a risk willing to take. Just wait till December. Strickland will become double champ. I doubt it. What do you think is the most nightmare matchup for all the male champions? C-Fast, that's why I like you, man. That is a great question that really gets me thinking. Worst possible matchup for each champion. Okay, Davison Figueiredo, worst possible matchup. Maybe Askar Askarov. I think he'll out wrestle him. Aljamain Sterling, Piotr Jan. Volkanovski, worst matchup. If I had to pick the fighter most likely to beat him at this point in time, this is going to sound crazy. Yair Rodriguez, super athletic, but I think Volkanovski would still win. But I think that'd be the worst possible matchup within the division. I think he beats Max. I think he obviously beats the brakes off of Brian Ortega. He beats Chan Sung Jung. He beats Giga Chikadze, which I was high on Giga until what recently happened. But if I had to pick worst matchup, I think Yair would be the one. But I still think Volk beats all of them. For Charles Oliveira, the worst possible matchup would be... It's probably Justin Gaethje, honestly. But I still think he matches up well with Justin Gaethje. So that one's hard. For Usman, I stand by. It's Gilbert Burns. I think Leon Edwards is a second, if he's able to stop the takedowns. But also, you got Khamzat Chimaev as well. Khamzat Chimaev could be a nightmare matchup for him, and I think he is. And if you watch my Future Champions video, you know why. Israel Adesanya, the worst matchup for him. Again, I still think these guys will win the fights, but probably Derek Brunson. If Derek Brunson could enact the wrestling on Israel Adesanya, easier said than done. We've already seen him get slept, so I would think Izzy would beat him again. But I think of all these guys, if you told me one of these guys beat him, I think he's, I know the Robert Whitaker fight could be close, but I still don't think that's a nightmare matchup for him. I think anyone who's going to take Adesanya down and hold him down is the nightmare matchup. For light heavyweight, Alexander Rakic is the nightmare matchup for Glover Teixeira. For Francis Ngannou, I think the nightmare matchup is probably Stipe Miocic or John Jones. So there you go. That was a great question, Fast. That got me thinking, really. If you guys have it, make sure you like the stream. If you haven't liked the stream already, make sure to like the stream. Usman versus Khamzat is more compelling than Diaz-Poirier. Let's continue. If Jamal beats Johnny Walker, much better of a striker. I think Jamal will beat Johnny Walker. He probably taught Francis how to grapple. Who was a fighter that you were disappointed with at first, but they became a beast afterwards? I don't know. That's a great question, actually. Who did I not believe in that is now spectacular? Honestly, I wasn't a big believer in Adesanya on the come up. I picked against him in the Anderson Silva fight. I did pick him in the Brunson fight. I think that was the fight before that. I picked against him against Gastelum, and I picked against him against Whitaker. I picked against him against Costa. I picked against him against Yan. So Israel Adesanya is the one that, I wasn't disappointed in him, but I wasn't a big believer like some people were huge believers in him. So, but I was wrong. I was clearly wrong, and I've since changed my ways. I picked him against Vettori, and I think that's the only one I picked him in. And I may pick him in against the Whitaker this upcoming week. I'm not sure yet. Jack Hermansson said Khamzat has 50% of beaten Usman and 55% of beaten Izzy. Well, there you go. Jack Hermansson knows. I still like the members only chat, but everyone can watch that way. They see the content and then become a member. Become a member to chat. Okay. I still like the members only chat, but everyone can watch that way. They see the content and then become a member to chat. That's a great idea. I'm always looking forward. That's going to be a while when I grow the channel, but there's always ideas like that where everyone can watch, but maybe only members can participate. But that's a great idea, man. I'm definitely going to get your guys' feedback before I do anything with like extra tiers or anything like that. Jan, I'd say Cejudo. I don't think so. Volk only losses by getting chinned. I agree. Yair could possibly do that. I actually thought Emmett as a dark horse. Do you think Giga can make a massive comeback? Yes. I don't think the Cater loss was hugely detrimental. Giga was lighting him up in the first round. So it's just he has to find a way to deal with that onslaught of pressure because now everyone has the blueprint. Pressure Giga Chikadze and you will find a way to beat him. If he loses to Gon, then he loses Dana White privilege. I love your use of the emoji there. I absolutely love your use of emoji there. Great title to the stream. Thank you, Jens. Thank you. Jay, if he works on his defense and output, definitely, possibly, bra. Okay, what fighter was bound for greatness but fell off a cliff? What was a fighter that was bound for greatness but fell off a cliff? TJ Grant. And I don't know if he fell off a cliff, but he dealt with an injury and he had a concussion-like symptoms and he was never to fight again. So if you guys think of any other ones, go. What do you like most about a UFC fight? I love seeing two top guys with contrasting skill sets and you just have no clue who's going to win. You know, it's a super close 50-50 fight. That's what gets me so excited. It's not these storylines of, oh, former friends turn foes, as the UFC would say. I mean, it's okay. That's an added layer to it. But for me, it's about the best versus the best and having no clue what could possibly happen in this fight. Either guy could win. It's a 50-50 fight. That's what gets me pumped to watch MMA, clearly. If Hamzat loses the next two fights in a row, what's next? A move to middleweight. For the record, I don't hate Faber. I like him. His camp always gets a ton of talk, and they always come up short. Very true. Very true. They have come up short. I didn't think Giga would make it as far as he did. Yeah, I think he showed some good things. You know, I think it was impressive to me that he lasted all 5 rounds. It's impressive that he was able to absorb that damage. His cardio was decently impressive. He has to find a way to negate that pressure. If somebody wants to pressure him like that, he has to be teep kicking to the body. He has to have the ability to fire back and not consistently back up because you're going to drain yourself. Dana actually wasn't there for Francis too, bro. That shit was all horse. Okay, yeah, I agree. I'm a huge Woodley fan. I never took Usman serious and didn't think he was elite. I'm a huge Woodley fan, so I never took Usman serious and didn't think he was elite. Yeah, I swear, you know, I hate saying stuff like this because it's like I don't have the evidence to back it up, you know, on the channel or anything. I saw Usman coming a mile away, and I was one of the very few that I thought Usman would beat Woodley up and beat him up easily. And I actually, you know, Usman exceeded my expectations, but I thought he would win pretty handedly. And I wish I could link you to a prediction video, but unfortunately I didn't have the channel then. That's what I love about this channel now. I have evidence of everything I say. I was actually posting in the members only Discord. I had some screenshots that I had, you know, saved over the years of texting one of my buddies about different fights where I had got predictions correct, like Khabib, Conor. You guys who were the members, if you guys saw them, you guys can back me up on that. I have, you know, a couple of good predictions in text form of screenshots that I've saved over the years. You picked Silva against Izzy. That's called holding on to your childhood. I guess so, man. That might have been a little bit of a biased pick, but I mean, that was a competitive fight. And I don't know if it's because Izzy showed him too much respect. I was a big believer in Silva, you know. If Azeev beats RDA, who's next? If Azeev beats RDA, I'd like to see him. He's in a #1 contender fight after that. That's a massive win. Maybe, you know, the winner of Michael Chandler versus Tony Ferguson. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Kevin Lee switched over to stand for MMA full-time. Thoughts? I think it's time for him to kind of move around somewhere else. He clearly needs a change. Lily said everyone page called Dana a scumbag for that when there ain't no proof other than proof of him being in a seat for the fight, but magically being there for Figgy almost like he had to. Okay. Jack Hermansson stand-up sucks. It's not very good. What is going on here? Okay. Stupid notification. Okay, now I lost my spot here. Not saying. Hold on. Did I miss a question here? I feel like I missed a question. Keep the questions coming, guys. Okay. Who do you have this weekend, Shavkat or Harris? I have a full prediction video on the channel. I got Shavkat. I knew I missed something. I knew I read something and missed it. Hermansson's not terrible. It's not great. I think Diaz has a decent chance against Poirier. Poirier is too pillow-fisted to put him away. Tell Conor McGregor that. But I agree with you. I think people are writing off Diaz. I think he could legitimately beat him. Bro, TJ Grant lives 10 minutes away from me. Apparently he's doing well and coaches a gym. Yeah, I'm going to do a video about him eventually. If Gore beats Battle this week, he should get the tough prize. I agree. Macy Barber, LOL, she was on a timer, and now she can barely buy a win. Yeah. Johnny Walker also was a massive bust. What are some of your favorite things about Colby and Strickland? There's nothing. You know, they're good fighters. That's what it is. Cody Garbrandt had a rough fall from the top. Agreed. I have a video on the channel talking about that. Do you expect Manny Mendez to win his fight? Maybe. I don't know. I don't even remember who he's fighting. Does Strickland have a chance against the top dogs in the division? I think so. You know, he has a funky style, but I guess he could maybe beat Derek Brunson. I don't think he beats Costa. He could probably beat Cannonier. I don't think he beats Vettori, Whitaker, or Adesanya. So there you go. Yes and no. 50-50. 50-50. Jay Hill by decision or TKO over Walker? TKO. Macy Barber got a gift decision against Miranda Maverick. Agreed. Most impressive debut you have ever seen. I don't know. Recency bias. I like Alex Pereira's UFC debut. 100%. I think Cody Garbrandt is the biggest cliff. He was on fire to the rise of the top. Now he's got a glass jaw. Or maybe he always had a glass jaw. Who knows? Now I just lost my spot again. What's the best site to bet with? I'm not sure. I don't bet. Joseph, he's the man. Joseph, okay, I can't even. The UFC London is looking nice. I can't wait for Usman Edwards. Think it's a much more compelling matchup than people think. We are on the same page flu season. I think Leon Edwards has a legitimate shot to dethrone Kamaru Usman. Let me say it again. I think Kamaru Usman has... Wait, I said it backwards now. I think Leon Edwards has a legitimate chance to defeat Kamaru Usman. So there you go. Remember I said it. I may not pick him, but people are writing him off like it's a foregone conclusion that Usman's going to beat him up. Eric Silva in the UFC really tries to push back in the day. Yeah, Eric Silva, we all know what was going on with Eric Silva. Look at the body change. Do you want Vera to fight the next in bantamweight? I wouldn't mind the Merab fight. There's a few compelling matchups for him. I wouldn't mind seeing him against Corey Sandhagen. I wouldn't mind seeing him against Rob Font. I wouldn't mind seeing him against Dominic Cruz. They're 8 and 9 respectively in the UFC official rankings. I like the Merab fight though. Flu season, he outstruck Vera versus Merab. There you go. What would your nickname in the UFC be? I don't know, man. I don't like people that give their own nicknames. Chris Weidman looked like he was destined for greatness unless his injuries held him back in a loss to Rockhold. I am one of the very few people who thought Chris Weidman was shit, and I thought Luke Rockhold was going to dominate him. And I never thought Chris Weidman was that good. Let's actually pick his career apart real quick, because I didn't have a channel back in all these days, so I couldn't give you guys my opinion. Like let's take a look at Weidman, okay? You know, no disrespect to the guy. Okay, so he beats Anderson Silva by KO at UFC 162, 2013. Fluky KO. Anderson Silva's kind of clowning. He beats Anderson Silva via TKO leg injury. Was winning the fight, but still kind of fluky leg injury. He beats Lyoto Machida by unanimous decision. Okay, that's good. That's solid. It's a close fight. It was a good fight, but Weidman clearly won that fight. He TKOs Vitor Belfort. Keep in mind, this is non-TRT Vitor. This was after they caught him. Then he loses to Rockhold, gets absolutely destroyed. Then he loses to Yoel Romero, gets flying knee KO'd. Then he gets KO'd by Gegard Mousasi. Then he beats Kelvin Gastelum, but he almost got KO'd in that fight. And the only reason that he won that fight was because of size. He would have not beat Kelvin Gastelum if it wasn't for the size difference. He loses to Jacare. He was winning it and got KO'd. He gets slept by Dominic Reyes. He looks like shit against Omar Yakhmedov. And then the Uriah Hall is a freak injury. That one doesn't matter at all. You know, it's one of those things where you look at his resume and it really just leaves a lot to be desired. And I was never on the train, and I wish I had videos to point you guys back to and tell you guys, you know, this is the way I saw. I'm telling you 100%, if I had a prediction video on this channel for Luke Rockhold versus Chris Weidman, I would have said Luke Rockhold's the superior striker and Luke Rockhold's the superior grappler, and we'll win this fight and we'll dominate this fight in every aspect. And that's exactly what happened. Holy crap, Hank Hill. Hank Hill, thank you so much for the donation. It is now popping up. I'm going to read your message in just 1 second. The $20 donation, my friend. Appreciate it very much. Every dime goes back into the channel. You don't know how much I appreciate it, man. Donate $20 to your channel, my channel right now, is amazing, and I greatly appreciate it. I hope, Hank, I'm becoming your favorite MMA channel. So, appreciate you very much. Poirier is the modern Weidman, not fight style but circumstance. Both were taken very seriously the first fight, and the rematches both ended in leg break. Conor doesn't take punishment well anymore. Overrated win. Also, Silva, my GOAT. Silva's my GOAT. I actually have an autograph behind me of Anderson Silva. Of Anderson Silva. But I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. And I think Anderson took him seriously, but I think he did his typical clowning and he got caught. And then in the second fight, it was a freak leg break, but he was losing the fight. But again, that fight could have went either way. I'm still, as much as this might be sound me as a fanboy, I believe that Anderson Silva could have beat Chris Weidman back in the day. I just believe the circumstances just weren't there. Okay, let's get back to the questions. Again, thank you so much, Hank Hill. Appreciate it, man. Everything goes back into the channel. Appreciate your support. We got a lot of questions. Let me get back up. Keep the questions coming, guys. Keep the questions coming. Chris Weidman looked like he was okay. Read that. Chris Curtis versus Driscus Dupliscus. Who you got? It's hard to pick against Chris Curtis, man. I'm going Chris Curtis in that one. How good do you think Holdsworth would have been if Needham didn't end his career? I was never really super high on Chris Holdsworth. I think Usman demolishes Edwards quite easily, and it's going to be a boring fight, though. Well, I don't think the word demolishing and boring go together. Because if it's a boring fight, then he doesn't really demolish him, in my opinion. Agreed, I think Leon has a legitimate chance to win. Have you seen more plates, more dates? Yes. What's with the BMF belt with Jorge put it on? I'm expecting trash talk, but will they become friends with Colby after the fight? Yes. Unless they're planning on doing a rematch. Which UFC fighter has that it factor right now? I guess Sean O'Malley, if he can continue to win. Are you hyped that Jai Herbert is now on the London card? Not in particular. If Leon beats Usman, does he become pound for pound number one? No. Yeah, if Nate Diaz would just fight seriously, he would have beat Edwards and Usman mops Diaz and still. Okay, there you go. If Nate would have beat Leon Edwards, Nate would have been getting a welterweight title shot. Mark my words on that. So we avoided a massive travesty. Can't be flaky, man. Silva's ego, bro. Okay. Thank you again, Hank Hill. The Romero knee messed his head up. Weidman is a legend. I will never count those losses to Weidman for Silva. Don't care what anyone says. Man, Hank Hill, we are on the same page, man. Jones versus Miocic prediction. I am taking John Jones. I just think he's better overall. I'm a little bit leery about the weight change, but I think Jones wins. Time to buy that O'Malley shirt. Nah. Did you pick Rockhold to beat Bisping? No, I did not. And I actually have a betting slip where I could prove it, but I don't know where. It's on one of my old phone memory cards. I don't bet very often. I bet on Bisping to beat Luke Rockhold in the second fight. But unfortunately, I was convinced. I did it with a buddy of mine to parlay it with Uriah Faber beating Dominic Cruz. So unfortunately, I did not cash the bet, which sucks badly for me. I just thought Rockhold was too cocky. He was coming in overconfident. Bisping had gotten better. And it just sucks, man. I wish I would have kept the original bet. It was like $100 to win like 800 or 900. I've told the story on here before. I have the picture of the ticket somewhere, but I don't know where. It was so long ago at this point. I think it's on one of my old phone memory cards that I have, stored somewhere, but it would be damn near impossible to prove it. But that's a true story. When will PVZ get a win again? I don't know. Maybe never. Hello, Joey. Hope you're doing great. Thank you, Sanjay. Hank, bro, don't come. Okay, I'm 100% betting Leon by TKO. People are overlooking him hard. I've said this a million times to the point where I'm almost tired of saying it. Anybody that can keep the fight standing with Kamaru Usman has a chance to beat him. Are you high on Nick and Nate's team, Maximoff? Not really. We'll see this weekend how he does. I'm not super high on him. Ali's speech against Israel Adesanya, thoughts on that? Is Usman trying to fight Adesanya? Who's your pick? I think Leon can win against Usman, but I feel like he might get unlucky again. Hard to say. I would like to see Adesanya versus Usman. I would take Adesanya right as we stand right now. And also I believe that Leon can win, but I'm not sure. How you pick Rockhold to beat Weidman and not Bisping at the time? How do you pick Rockhold to beat Weidman and not Bisping? There was just too many factors. It was Bisping coming in on short notice. Rockhold was super cocky. He kept his hands down. I did not trust his chin. And I thought he was going to underestimate Bisping, considering he had just beat him like a year before, a year and a half before. So that's a true story. I really picked Bisping to, and I even said by knockout. By knockout. I don't think I bet by knockout. I just bet to win. But I bet him. I thought he was going to win by knockout. I just knew Rockhold's glass chin. I knew he was going to come in overconfident. And I don't even bet. It's not like I'm a guy that bets, that looks at odds and says, okay. I felt so strongly about it that I sought someone out. It wasn't as easy at this time to vote, to not vote. I don't know why I said vote. It wasn't easy as this time to bet online. And I figured out a way to do it. So there you go. And who remembers after the Weidman Rockhold fight? That's still my boy. That was hilarious. Does anybody remember that? If you haven't seen that clip, let me know and I will find it and play it on the stream. Weidman's all just bashed up, cuts everywhere, black eyes, just bruised, brain damage all over him. All over him. I don't even know what I'm saying. And Chris Weidman's dad takes the mic and says, he's still my boy. So cringy. So cringy. I can't even find the chat anymore. Trilogy, he looked good. Tried to fight fire with fire. Does MVP get it done for the title? No, he probably loses. Leon versus Burns, who wins? I'll go Burns, but that's 50-50 fight right there. Usman's on record saying he doesn't want to fight. Is he? Times change. Starbucks or Dunkin' Joey, neither. Not a fan. Don't drink coffee. Great. Now I lost my spot again. Okay, that's my brother is what he says. If anything, he's tried 205. Okay, which underdog has the best chance this Saturday? I have no idea because I did not look at any odds. Bisping was a journeyman his whole career. Rockhold looked great leading into that fight. Bisping is one of the flukiest chances of all time. I don't deny that, but at the same time, it's Rockhold's fault. He came in overconfident. I knew he was going to do it too. I swear, I wish I would give anything to be able to play a video clip from my channel right now. Play the clip. Okay, we will play the clip. Give me 1 second, my friends. Give me 1 second, and I will find that clip for you. Okay, let's pull this up. Let's go to YouTube. Let's see. Chris Weidman. Let's see. It actually comes up as a suggestion. Let's see. Let me take a look. Oh, this is going to be it, isn't it? What am I doing here? I'm finding the clip for you guys. Hold on. I don't know what I just did here. Okay, I found it. I found it. I'm just going to start it. I'm going to start it and let you guys listen to a little bit of Weidman, okay? Let me know how it sounds here in a second. Let me pull this up. YouTube. Okay. Let me make sure this is good. Hold on. Sorry guys, I gotta bring it into OBS. So I'm kind of adjusting my screen right now. Keep filling the chat with questions for me though. Okay, let's make sure everything is good. Okay, everything is good, looks like. Okay, I have it all set up. Let me shrink it down where you can see my face while we watch. Okay, I think I got it right there. Pull it up. Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh no, I almost exited out of it. I almost exited out of it. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I have desktop audio. Let's bring this back up. Let's bring OBS up. Transfer it. Okay, here we go, guys. We're going to watch the Chris Weidman post-fight interview. Hopefully I don't get some type of copyright strike for this. Oh, my goodness. That would be a nightmare. All right, let's see. We'll listen to a little bit of Weidman, and then we'll listen to the last bit. So we'll go 4 minutes here. We'll go right here. Okay.
There to lose. Well, Chris, you have been a fantastic champion, and I'm sure you will come back and be better than ever, and it was a pleasure and an honor to call your fights, including this one tonight. Thank you very much, sir.
And everybody, thank you. And this is still my boy.
guys, we have to laugh at that for sure. Still my boy. You know, I still see that sometimes in like comment sections, places. If you didn't see that live, it was hilarious. He got absolutely wrecked. He was brutalized by Luke Rockhold, and then his dad does that in the press conference. I mean, not the press conference, the post-fight interview. I was dying. I was absolutely dying. Okay, would you ever do a promo with the Mamacitas for a betting site? What's the Mamacitas? I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't know. It depends. It depends. Is Bellator making a mistake keeping AJ McKee on ice? I think so. Hopefully they book a fight for him soon. Do you think Whitaker can beat Adesanya? Yes, I do. I'm not necessarily picking him, though. Max Bless Holloway, that's still my belt. Okay. I love seeing Weidman break his leg. Do celebrate when Silva broke his. I don't ever revel in anyone injuring themselves, but I did tweet out, you know, it was ironic that, you know, he ends up breaking his leg, and he ran around the cage celebrating while with the American flag draped on his back. He took pictures, admittedly, checking leg kicks with fans. I wasn't too happy with it, but I don't ever, you know, even though I thought he was a piece of shit when he did that, you know, I don't ever revel in seeing someone injure themselves so terribly, you know. What's your highest donation ever? My highest donation ever is a guy who's only came to the chat. I don't know if he's watching the chat still. He could be watching right now and he just doesn't participate in the chat. But he doesn't comment. He's never really been a part of the chat. He came in and sent one message and he said, basically, he really loved the channel. Keep doing what I'm doing. And he donated 50 Canadian dollars, which I think is like 52 US dollars. So that's like my highest donation ever. And if you're watching this, I can't remember your name, but thank you so much. I still remember that. I could not believe it. To donate $50 to the channel, $52 in US dollars, insane to me. Absolutely insane to me. True. I'm gonna start the week of the pay-per-views. I'm gonna start live streaming until I can raise $85 on the live stream, just to pay for my pay-per-view. But then everyone's gonna say, "Well, here's a link." But I like to make sure I get full HD live streams. True. And what did Volk die? Facts. Volk is my favorite champ right now. How can you not like him? I don't understand how anyone can not like him. He's a great champion. Let's see. It's a great champ. Literally, the heart of a champ. He's going to be tough to beat. James Lynch versus Ariel in an MMA fight. Who wins? James Lynch wins. Humble in victory. Malcolm Gordon will be champ. Okay. Nah, Weidman's dad violated. Can we watch viral post-fight interviews from back in the day, brother? I don't know which one we're talking about. I bet that he's still my boy comment has come up in a few arguments. I'll never forget that time you embarrassed me after I got my ass beat at UFC 194, screaming he's still my boy after I just got whooped up on. Do you think they're going to make Joanna Whaley too since Marina Rodriguez is fighting Yan Chanan? I hope so. I like that fight quite a bit. Is off-brand cereal Izzy beat Munez? Is he the best gatekeeper? Is off-brand cereal Izzy beat Munez? Is he the best gatekeeper? I have no idea what that question means. I'm absolutely having an aneurysm right now trying to read that. I don't know what that means. Let me X out of this tab. Don't need this tab. Don't need the Chris Weidman tab open anymore. I can get rid of that. When I do these streams, I constantly just have like 60 tabs open looking up different stuff. Wait, Canadian dollars is worth more than the US these days? I think just barely. I like how Hamzat drops a dude in sparring and MMA community says, well, that's sparring. How else do you expect them to get better? And then Strickland does it and Soy Boys try to cancel him. Okay. Ortega versus Cater, who wins? I'd probably go Cater. I think Volk clearly won both fights. Second fight was 1-2 max, then 3-4-5 Volk. I'm with you, Hank Hill. We agree on that. I think Volk clearly won both of them. Second one was clearly closer than the first, but I thought Volk clearly won, especially one. I didn't even think the first one was even debatable. You know, I thought you were living in an alternate reality if you thought Max Holloway won the first fight. Second fight was very close. Funniest UFC fighter? Actually, a Canadian dollar is worth 80 cents. No, that's not true. That's not true. Hold on. How much Canadian to US? I think you're wrong on that. No, 1 Canadian dollar equals 79. No, you're right. You are right. I read that wrong then before. So 1 Canadian dollar equals so it was a little bit less than $50. Okay. So there you go. I read it wrong. Thanks you for correcting me, Fight Life. I'm always happy to be corrected. I'd rather be corrected than be spouting wrong info. So appreciate you. I'd mixed it up then. I guess I'd mixed it up. So it was just under 50, but still a dope donation for sure. Funniest UFC fighter? I don't know, man. Piotr Jan has me laughing at some of the stuff he puts online. I don't really have one that particularly cracks me up. Jones in the lead up to the DC fight had me cracking up quite a few times. Other than that, I don't really know. Let's take a look. I guess so. Yeah. Hold on. I know I saw a question here. Favorite fighter right now? Maybe Piotr Jan. I love watching Piotr Jan fight. Favor, like overall, like love watching him fight, but also have like an emotional attachment to him. Probably Jose Aldo is probably my favorite fighter. I really like Charles Oliveira. Who else? I really like Tony Ferguson. I still like Robbie Lawler, even though he's fell off a cliff, not even in the top 15 anymore, which sucks. The price might have changed. You'll have to go back and look at it. I can find out when it was. And you know, there's a list of donations, and it was around right when I got monetized. Is the best walkout song in the UFC? Off-brand cereal Izzy is Uriah Hall. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I had no idea. Guys, if you haven't already liked the stream, make sure to like the stream. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're in here and you're not subscribed, help me get to 2,100 subscribers. Who in here is going to be here Saturday night? Saturday night, Sean Strickland, Jack Hermansson. I will be streaming the main card. Is the best walkout song in the UFC You Suck? I don't even know what that question means. I'm trying to figure out what that means. I don't know. Not Hank Hill. I've read Hank Hill's name. New York Giants, you're throwing me off with some of these questions right now. You are absolutely throwing me off. By the way, guys, we are at 2,000 here. I'll put it up for a second. I'm not going to put it up for too long. But we are at 2,062. It'll update in a second. We are 2,062 subscribers. Can you guys believe that? Thoughts on Vicente Luque? I think he probably beats Bilal. I favor him slightly. But I think Vicente Luque has made vast improvements. Who would you favor if Volk got a 155 title shot against Oliveira? I would favor Oliveira, but that's a very close and compelling fight. When is Pretty Ricky coming back? Are we talking about Ricky Taricos or Ricky Simon? I don't know who's Pretty Ricky. I don't know if either one of those guys has a fight booked. Who made your YouTube profile picture? I had someone on Fiverr make it. I get off at 9 p.m. Saturday. I think that's when the main card starts. Whenever I have it scheduled for on the channel is when it starts. Let me take a look. I'll tell you right now. The main card starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern is what I found online. But let me double check and make sure I didn't mess up because I have messed up before. But I did check that up. Yes, the main card is 7 p.m. Eastern time. And congratulations again on the new job, Sean Johnson. Everyone tell Sean Johnson congratulations on the new job. The main card, okay, main card starts at 6 for you, French fries, because you're an hour before. The pound for pound looks like Sean Brady. Does Colby having the best walkout song? Oh, the You Suck song. No, he does not. Who would be Leon Edwards' first title defense if he beats Usman? It'd probably either be Usman or it'd be Hamza, one or the other. Second fight was honestly close. Okay, Sean Johnson. See, look, the community's holding you down. Yeah, congrats, Sean. Everyone tell Sean Johnson congrats. He got a new job. We're all proud of him. I hope you're happier. I think he was working night shifts, and now he's not working night shifts anymore. Joey, who's your MMA fighter lookalike? I don't know. I've been told I have the body of prime Alistair Overeem, a.k.a. Ubereem. We got the same body type. Do you ever think Ian Heinisch would be good? No, I did not. What Bellator champs do you think can compete in the UFC? AJ McKee. I don't think Ryan Bader will be competitive at heavyweight in the UFC. Maybe Pitbull. I can't remember which one it is. Patrici or Patricio. I'm trying to remember who else. Who else? I think Sergio Pettis obviously could, as well as Kyoji Horiguchi. So there you go. Look at everyone congratulating Sean. Damn, I missed the whole card. Thanks for the congrats to everyone. I really appreciate it, man. Maybe not the whole card. Let's see how big. It's usually 2 fights per hour. So let's see. 1 hour, that's 8, 9, 10. The fight card will probably go off around 10:30 Eastern time. 10:30 Eastern time. So if you get off at 9 p.m. Eastern time, you'll still be able to catch the last bit of it. And I'm also going to turn this off now. What Bellator? Okay, I already read that. Everyone else, congrats. If you can combine 2 fighters to make a super fighter, who would it be? That is a really good question, French fries. If I could combine 2 fighters to make a super fighter, I'll tell you one. Fighter 1 is Petr Yan. Fighter 1 is Petr Yan for sure. And then if I wanted to improve Petr Yan, I would want to improve his wrestling and his power. Who has really good wrestling and really good power? I would combine maybe Petr Yan with Kamaru Usman. If not, Petr Yan with Francis Ngannou. Just because, can you imagine Petr Yan with Francis Ngannou's power? Yeah, I combine those two. Petr Yan, Francis Ngannou. I think that makes a lot of sense. What about you guys? Who would you guys combine together to make the best possible fighter possible? If Colby had a bidet that he'd heal on everything. Okay, I don't even know what we're saying here. Hank Hill says congrats as well, Sean. Petr Yan plus Khabib plus Francis. Oh my God. That would be insane. Can you imagine Petr Yan with the grappling ability of Khabib and the power of Francis? Give me Max Holloway boxing, Khabib's wrestling. That's a great combination as well. That is a great combination as well. Is Valerie Raturno only better at twerking compared to Valentina? This guy. I have no idea. I have no clue. So, there you go. All right, guys. Let's do one last poll before we go. Let's see. Let's throw something out there. Okay, I got a good one. I want you guys to answer this question honestly. Izzy plus Charles, that's a good one. Now I need Volk and Khabib, Artem Lobov and Cody McKenzie. Yeah, that's a hell of a matchup. Sheesh. I don't know what we're sheeshing about. Who would have thought? Who would have thought all you guys are bored on a Thursday night? This all started, you guys, in the chat. I love that you guys all congratulated Sean Johnson. Can you guys all please thank French Fries? It was all his idea in the members only Discord. He asked me to do this stream. Joey, the description is you like fast. You like the description, huh? Yeah, everybody make sure you go thank French Fries for the stream. He hit me up on the members only Discord, told me to do a stream, and I said, okay, your wish is my command, French Fries. I'll be on in 5 minutes. I don't know. So everyone's always complaining about the voting. The voting never works, it seems like. Vogue plus GSB, that's great. Sean Strickland, okay. Who's the worst chin, Rockhold or Garbrandt? I'll say Garbrandt. Bro, how come okay, I already asked that. Motivated plus Connor. Thank you, French Fries. Thanks, Fries. Will you be watching PFL since they made a splash signing Jeremy? I always watch PFL. Congrats, Sean. French Fries, you a legend, man, even though it kind of late. By the way, okay, what are we saying, Cyber Power? French Fries on it. Congrats, Sean. Well done. Danny Hamilton says, congrats, Sean. I'm just joking, man. You the man, small fry. Hey, this is my new favorite thing. We're going to just get the whole entire chat to say something. We're going to just get the whole entire chat to just say certain things. But it's got to be good stuff. It's got to be good stuff. Everyone's happy for French fries. What fighters would you combine to create hold on. Which fighters would you combine to create the worst UFC fighter? Oh, that's a tough one. Who is terrible? Who is absolutely atrocious? I would combine, just off the top of my head without looking through list of fighters. Small Fries is his new name. Is Joey short for Joseph? Yes. Yes. Can you be Small Fry? Small Fries. I like that. I like that one. French fries, he's 11, even though he's quite salty. Okay. I'm gonna start calling him Small Fries. That's hilarious. Sean O'Malley's legs plus Cody Garbrandt's chin. Oh man, that was actually really good. Yeah, I would combine Sean O'Malley's legs with Cody Garbrandt's chin and Conor McGregor's cardio. Let's see. The trash can himself. Congrats, Sean, again. Okay, let's continue. That one was good. That one actually had me laughing pretty hard. I don't know if I'm really tired or that was really funny. Chick-fil-A or McDonald's fries? Chick-fil-A. Hey, that was my joke. Chase super striking plus Cody Garbrandt's chin. What do you think will be the next greatest UFC fighter? Cody has an okay chin. Connor sleepy. Oh my goodness. What could we combine? Imagine Miesha Tate combined with Sam Alvey. Imagine Miesha Tate combined. Imagine the terrible striking display we'd seen and just constant smiles. I remember Miesha said she had fun in there. She's the only one that had fun. I'll tell you that much. I'm trying to think of another good one. I'm trying to beat cardio. If I could make, okay, let's actually create the worst fighter. I would do Sean O'Malley's legs. I would do Ben Askren's hands. I would do Chris Weidman's chin. And I would do Justin Gaethje's jiu-jitsu. So there you go. There's the worst one. Rousey's head movement and Kevin Holland's wrestling. This is the best idea we ever had right here. CM Punk is the next pound for, and CM Punk's gallop. Does anybody remember that gallop he had when he came out versus Mickey Gall? He like galloped across the cage. Hilarious. Yeah. Woodley's ribs. Yeah. Okay, so the worst fighter. I got to type this in the chat because I'm going to forget. Sean O'Malley's legs. T. Woods' ribs. Whose chin do we want? Guys, put in the chat, whose chin do we want? I'm trying to create the worst possible fighter. Let me know. Everybody vote on the chin. Say quickly. Who do you want? Who do you want the chin of the fighter that we're creating to have? I'm thinking either Cody Garbrandt, Chris Weidman, or Rockhold's chin. What about you guys? James Vick's chin. That's a good one. Cody No Love, James Vick. Ben Askren, James Vick. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a poll to create it. So far we got Sean O'Malley's legs, T. Woods' ribs. Okay, let's do a poll on whose chin. All right, we'll do Cody No Love, Rockhold, James Vick, and we'll do Chris Weidman. Okay, guys, go vote in the poll quickly, please, so we can really create the worst fighter ever. Woodley's boxing plus Sean O'Malley's leg plus Garbrandt's chin. So far we got Sean O'Malley's legs, T. Wood ribs. Let's see whose chin we're getting. Let's see whose chin we're getting. Joe, are you high on Armin? Yes, I am high on Armin. Not as much as some guys, but I am pretty high on him. Vic got to be the worst. Chin was awful in boxing. Okay. Let's see, guys. Go vote in the poll. Go vote in the poll. Come on. We got to figure out whose chin we're getting. Who has the worst boxing? Got to be Ben Askren or Damian Maia. Got to be Ben Askren or Damian Maia. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be James Vick. James Vick's chin. Guys, go vote if you want to try to change it. If you guys want to change it, okay, we're going James Vick's chin. Okay, whose hands are we going with? Ben Askren or Damian Maia? Let's take a vote. Ben Askren, Damian, I hope I spelled this right, Maia. Okay, let's see. So we got Sean O'Malley's legs, T. Wood's ribs, James Vick's chin. Whose hands are we going with? Whose striking prowess are we going with? Ben Askren or Damian Maia? Askren for sure. Maia has some terrible striking too. Okay, looks like everyone wants Askren. Askren's hands. Okay. Askren's hands. Okay, who has the worst cardio? Guys, start putting in the chat. Who has the worst cardio? I want to say Connor, but his cardio is just bad compared to the top guys. Who has really, really bad cardio? I can't think. Who's gassed out like immediately? Who's gassed out immediately? Fabi in the corner. Giga Zabit's cardio. Derek Lewis. John Vellante. Kevin Lee. Zabit. Okay, maybe we'll go with Zabit. We'll go Zabit's cardio. Giga. Nah, he went 5 rounds and did decent. Zabit's cardio. Okay. Whose fight IQ do we want to go with? Whose fight IQ? So we got Sean O'Malley's legs, Tyron Woodley's ribs, James Vick's chin, Askren's hands, Zabit's cardio. Who are we going with for fight IQ? Who has the worst fight IQ known to man? Let's take a look. See if I can think of somebody. See if I can think of somebody with terrible fight IQ. Oh, I got a good one. CM Punk fight IQ. Chandler. Okay, we'll go CM Punk fight IQ. I have a really good one, but I'm going to ask you guys first. Fight IQ. Okay. Whose heart do we want to go with? Who has the worst heart in the UFC? So whose heart do we want to go with? Strickland in his last fight for going for takedowns, boy. Bob Sapp. So we got CM Punk's fight IQ. Whose heart? Because I already have an idea in my head of who I think has the worst heart. He's not technically in the UFC anymore, but he was at some point in time. And then I guess we'll do kicks, maybe. Max Rashpov. I don't know who that is. Who is that? How do you guys know this guy? Uriah Hall. Well, I'm thinking Rumble Johnson's heart. That dude, every time he meets adversity, he quits. So, quit on the stool. Very true. Who else recently quit on the stool? I think it was a female. Rumble Johnson. What about Rumble Johnson? Oh, Max is the one that quit on the stool. Derek Lewis. Okay. He quit after 1 round. Okay, Max is the guy. Okay. See, I forgot. I thought there was a female who quit on the stool. So there we go. You guys filled me in. That's a good one. But also Rumble Johnson is a good one. But wasn't there a female too? Heart. What other attributes do we need to acquire here? She lost to Andrea Lee and quit on the stool. Yeah, I can't remember who it was. What other attributes do we need? Okay, who's kicks? Who has the worst kicks? Inez has quit hard. Was it Cynthia? Yes, it was Cynthia. It was Cynthia Calvillo. Let's do Cynthia Calvillo's heart. I like that name better. We know her better. Cynthia Calvillo heart. Calvillo's heart. All right, who has the worst kicks? Who has the worst kicks we've ever seen? Let's take a look. Because don't say Derek Lewis either, because Derek Lewis has got good kicks. We could say Roy Nelson's kicks. Roy Nelson. But he's not in the UFC anymore. I'm trying to think. Who has some terrible kicks? Let's see. I got to look up some names. Sam Alvey's got some terrible kicks as well. Let's take a look. Let's go. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the worst possible name. Ooh, I got a good one. Dustin's kicks suck. Stipe. Let's Francis's knees. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll add Francis's knees for fun. Francis's knees. We'll add Nate Diaz scar tissue. I'm typing no. We can't add Francis's knee or Nate Diaz scar tissue because I'm running out of room. I want to type it all in one message. Okay, so we got Cynthia Calvillo's heart. I have somebody for head movement, but who do you guys want for head movement? I already have one that I think trumps it all. Head movement. But who's got bad kicks? I'm trying to think who has terrible kicks. What's wrong with Yusuf's Law? I have no idea. Who could have bad kicks? Bad kicks. Ooh, that's a good one for, I think that one has to be the head movement. I have the number one pick for head movement. Okay, we'll just skip kicks for now because add Bisping's eyesight. Okay, I'll see if I can squeeze that in there. Bisping, eyesight. Okay, head movement. Ronda Rousey had terrible head movement, but I'm gonna finish this off. Is there any? I have head movement. I have the answer for head movement. You'll see when I post a message here. Anything else I should add? Oliveira and Bisping's eyesight. Ronda Rousey's head movement. That is funny how your question started all this. This is hilarious. If there are any last minute additions we want to add to this, we got Sean O'Malley's legs. We got Tyron Woodley's ribs. We got James Vick's chins. We got Ben Askren's hands. We got Zabit's cardio. We got CM Punk's fight IQ. We got Cynthia Calvillo's heart. I don't know why I put an apostrophe S only on that one. We got Bisping eyesight. And I added head movement that I did not share with you guys yet. That I think it has to be it. Sam Alvey's record. Okay, that'll be the final one. Record. Okay. And let's see if I can fit Francis Ngannou's knees. I did. I had exact. It only lets me add 200 characters. All right, I added the head movement. Let me know what you guys think of the head movement in this one. There we go. That's the official worst fighter. I hope we answered your question, flu season. Dominic Cruz knees. Michael Johnson's record. I got to take a picture of this one. I got to remember this one. Dom Cruz health. He's always injured. What do you guys think of Alexei Oleinyk's head movement? Alexei Oleinik has the worst head movement you could ever imagine. Tell me that wasn't a good one to throw in there, guys. I didn't even need to ask you guys. That was a great one. 0 out of 10. Dominic Cruz is luck. No, Leon Edwards is luck. That was fun. Building the worst fighter. I think the Alexei Oleinik head movement. There was nobody else with worse head movement than Alexei Oleinik. That dude has no head movement ever. Alexei Oleinik got me dying. Alexei doesn't even move his body. Period. Not just his head. Dude, he's like a tree. Like when his head moves, his feet moves. Leon's accent. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay. Okay, that was a fun one. So we got Sean O'Malley's legs, Tyron Woodley's ribs, James Vick. I messed up. I said James Vick's chin, Askren's hands, the Beats cardio, CM Punk's fight IQ, Cynthia Calvillo's heart, Bisping's eyesight, Alexei Oleinyk's head movement, Sam Alvey's record, and Ngannou's knees. All right, I think that's pretty bad. Guys. This has been a great stream. And I think it's time I think it's time for the stream. Alexei Oleinik's age. That guy's like 75. How old is Alexei Oleinik? Really? I'm trying to look for other terrible fighters. I'm looking through the list of fighters right now. To thinking of other attributes. I hate to say it. Is this too soon? Chris Weidman shin bones. O'Malley's legs and Garbrandt's chin. Yeah. We built the perfect fighter, guys. We built the perfect fighter. I'm looking for other ones that we might have missed. That might have been terrible. I'm looking through, but I... Whew. Yeah, I think that pretty much does it, guys. I think that's a good one. I'm looking through. I don't see anybody else that I really think we need to add. Oh, well, hey, we should have had Dominic Reyes' nose. Dominic Reyes' nose is always broken. But seriously, the Alexei Oleinik head movement, if you've seen him, you guys seen him fight, oh my goodness, the way he moves, trash. I'm surprised he's still in the UFC, but the heavyweight division is awful. The heavyweight division is absolutely awful. Okay, guys, if you have any more questions, leave them in the chat. I'm going to get ready and end this very, very soon. We've been on here for quite a while for a random live stream. I'm going to, I might have to leave this replay up for everyone. I want to private this replay for the members only replay. If you guys want to become a member, the link is in the description. The link is in the description. I have a bunch of members only live streams, hours of content to watch. We got loyalty badges. We got a members only Discord, which I think is the best benefit now. And that's the reason this live stream started, because you can message me directly and French Fries asked me to do a live stream. If you want to become a member, the link is now in the description as well as in the chat. Don't do it for members only, please. It would just be the replay. I mean, obviously, what you want to go back, you're going to go back and rewatch this flu season. But no matter what, if you guys want to become a member, support the channel. Link is in the description. It doesn't cost very much. It's just a way to support the channel, and just a way for me to offer extra benefits. Add blonde fighters fight style. Okay. Okay. But yeah, we should have had Dominic Reyes' nose for sure. And we could have added Yuri. I hate to say this, with Yuri Prohaska's fight IQ, because he doesn't have a very good fight IQ at all. Whew. All right, guys. We had a good time. It was a very fun time. It was real, and it was fun, and it was real fun. Let's see what this is. We had a hilarious conversation at the end, building the worst possible fighter. I think I'm now going to go to bed. This was an hour and 22-minute stream. Guys, good night. Good night. Appreciate every single one of you. Very, very much. We talked a little bit about UFC Vegas 47. We talked about UFC 272 not being good enough. We talked about Sean O'Malley being stretchered out of the cage with no serious injury after he got his legs chopped off and then flash KO'd with ground and pound by Marlon Vera. We got it all. We covered it all. We talked about it all. And we had a good time tonight. And I had quite a few laughs tonight. So I will be here live streaming on Saturday. I might even do a quick live stream tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. But no matter what, I'll be live streaming for Sean Strickland versus Jack Hermansson. Thank you for the compliments. Flu season, appreciate you. Please, guys, if you haven't already, can you check out my predictions for UFC Vegas 47, Sean Strickland, Jack Hermansson prediction, as well as Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Carlston Harris predictions on the channel, as well as Tresean Gore versus Brian Battle. Go watch them. Go like them. I also had a recent video about UFC 272 on the channel that I released today. If you guys would go check that out. Also, the live stream for Saturday is already scheduled on the channel. Go find it on the channel. Set the reminder. Also, like the stream. If every single one of you guys, there's almost 20 people in here right now. If you guys would leave the stream and immediately go like my live stream for Saturday, just help pump up the likes on it, I would greatly appreciate it. It's already on the channel. It's set up for 7 p.m. on Saturday Eastern Time. As soon as you guys leave this stream, go pump up the likes on that. I would greatly appreciate it. Other than that, guys, I had a great time tonight. I hope you guys did too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on Saturday, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Enjoy the rest of your night.